Listen closely, dear listener, for we need to delve into a concept that haunts the soul, borrowed time. You know, that relentless ticking sound that echoes in the silence just before your thoughts spiral. Tick-tock, tick-tock, it's the sound of reckoning, growing louder for those who wronged you. Let's rewind, shall we? There was a moment when you opened your heart, trusting those who later twisted, crushed, and shattered it like fragile glass. They underestimated their fatal error, believing they could break you and walk away unscathed. But they were sorely mistaken. Those who betray, scheme, and lie aren't nearly as invincible as they pretend. They strut around in their bubble of arrogance, oblivious to the truth that time is a relentless force, and for them, that clock is ticking faster than they can comprehend. You never had to lift a finger or seek revenge, no, that would be too swift. Instead, you allowed them to play their games, unaware that with each move they made, they dug their own graves deeper. They thought they had erased you, left you defeated, but you've been watching, haven't you? Every secret, every slip, now the noose is tightening. Karma is a patient hunter, it never forgets. They may think they've buried their past, but when it resurfaces, it doesn't knock politely, it crashes in, dragging them out to face the consequences they've long avoided. You were the victim, yet now you hold the power. While they indulged in delusions, you sharpened your mind and hardened your heart. You've evolved cold, calculated, and patient. And patient, my friend, is the deadliest weapon of all. They're living on borrowed time, and that clock never stops ticking. Can you hear it? That's the sound of their reckoning. They may parade around confident, but beneath that facade of triumph, they're terrified. They sense it closing in, even if they refuse to acknowledge it. The universe has a way of balancing the scales, and when their moment comes, they'll realize they've always been trapped in their own deceit. There's a dark beauty in this poetic justice, isn't there? They thought they could defy the rules, live untouchable, but life will always remind them that no one escapes the consequences of their actions. Those who wronged you are ensnared in the web of their own, making every lie, every betrayal, it's all coming back, multiplied. The beauty is that they're oblivious to when the clock will strike midnight. They strut around, laughing, convinced they've won. Yet inside, they're quaking because they know they're living on borrowed time. When that time runs out and their house of cards collapses, they'll look back and see their fate was sealed the moment they crossed you. But you've risen above their pettiness. You've transformed into something stronger, something unstoppable. They can sense the shift in the air, the same hands that once pulled you down now tremble in fear. The darkness they unleashed is returning for them. Tick-tock, tick-tock. But let's delve deeper, shall we? Because while they quiver in the shadow of their own making, you stand unyielding, a force to be reckoned with. The power you've harnessed is not merely a reaction, it's a transformation. You've emerged from the ashes, forged by the trials they imposed upon you, and now you wield your strength like a weapon, poised for justice. As the clock ticks on, they'll realize that every act of betrayal has a price, and that price is now due. They've constructed a facade of invulnerability, but beneath it lies a crumbling foundation, riddled with guilt and paranoia. Every smile they flash, every boastful claim, is a thin veneer over their growing dread. They may laugh now, but those laughs will turn to echoes of panic as the truth closes in around them. And you've become the architect of your own destiny. While they reveled in their illusions, you gathered wisdom, crafting a strategy that could outlast any fleeting victory they thought they secured. You've learned to navigate this game of life with a deftness that leaves them bewildered. They thought they could control the narrative. But you've turned the pages, rewriting your story into one of resilience and triumph. Now, as they pace nervously in their self-imposed prison, they can almost feel the walls closing in. Each day they wake, the weight of their actions presses heavier on their shoulders, and that ticking sound. It's a constant reminder of the fate they've crafted for themselves. Tick-tock, tick-tock, like the pendulum of a clock, swinging ever closer to their reckoning. The day will come when the universe, in its infinite wisdom, will deliver its judgment. Those who once believed they could act without consequence will find themselves face to face with the reality they created. They'll look into the mirror and see the reflection of their choices, the very choices that led to their undoing. And as they grasp for the shards of their shattered delusions, they'll realize that you were never truly gone, you were always there, waiting, watching, ready. You've harnessed the energy of your pain, transforming it into something monumental, something that can't be ignored. Your strength will ripple through their lives like a shockwave, reverberating with the truth they can no longer deny. When the moment arrives, they'll know that the darkness they unleashed is not just coming for them, it's been stalking them all along, patiently waiting for the right moment to strike. Tick-tock, tick-tock, feel the anticipation in the air. It's the prelude to their downfall, the inevitable unraveling of their carefully woven lies. They thought they could play with fire and escape unscathed, but the flames are licking at their heels now. And as they look back, gasping for breath, they'll see the path they chose was a dead end, with only one way out into the light of accountability. You are the phoenix rising, the embodiment of justice they never saw coming. The clock is ticking, and with each passing moment, the grip of their borrowed time slips away. The reckoning is near, and you will stand tall, a testament to the power of resilience, watching as they confront the storm they've sown. Tick-tock, tick-tock, the time for their awakening is nigh.